It's looking like Superman is going to have legs, as I thought it would. So, despite James Gunn going out and doing everything he can to turn people off to this movie, he's running around talking about Jor-El now, saying it's definitive. Why would we retcon that? I still think that's going to be retconned. I think he's just coping. But overall, outside of a couple of things, I enjoyed this movie. A lot of people actually enjoy this movie, despite what you hear in the nerd circles where people are fighting. Normies like the movie. And it's probably going to hit, at least they're estimating, 600 to 700 million for its global run, which I think is pretty good. That will at least, I think, break even. And also, don't forget about the merchandise. I'm sure crypto is selling like crazy. So it's going to have legs, and I thought it would. I think you're going to see something similar to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't think you're going to see 800 million, though, which I believe is what that movie made, but it's going to have legs at the box office. What's really going to be interesting is this week with Fantastic Four. Will Fantastic Four resonate? I'm not so sure. But right now, it's over 400 million for Superman. Now let's take a look at what's going on with the box office as a whole, because there's something interesting here that I don't see a lot of people talking about. And that's a movie that Pedro Pascal is in called Eddington, which is not getting good feedback. Yeah, I know, 64%. I mean, that's mediocre. But it's a Pedro Pascal movie. Now, he's supposed to be the hottest thing in Hollywood. You would think he is, because he's in everything. The dude is in everything. It's kind of annoying. Like, why is he cast like this dude? They act like this is the biggest movie star in Hollywood. It's wild. So you have this movie Eddington out, which I gotta say, man, who thought this would be a good idea to revisit this topic so soon? So this whole movie is about COVID and the lockdowns and masks and all this stuff. I don't know, like, versus right versus left, apparently. Who thought this was going to be a good idea? A dark comic neo-western thriller set in the small town of small New Mexico town during the early days of the pandemic. The film explores the breakdown of societal norms and the rise of political polarization fueled by paranoia and conspiracy theories as the town grapples with mask mandates and the other pandemic-related tensions. I don't want to see that. I'm good. That's still pretty fresh memory. I'm not looking for this. I want fun. I want Superman. I want Jurassic World. I want to have fun. I'm not interested in this at all. And the fact that Pedro's in it, that turns me off too. I'm so sick of Pedro Pascal. So sick of Pedro Pascal. IMDb is 7.1 out of 10. Do we have anything else on here? No. So, Pedro Pascal in a movie that flopped 1 week before Fantastic Four. I was surprised. Like, he's going to have 2 movies in theaters next week. Do you think that maybe, outside of the political nature of this movie, audiences are starting to have Pedro Pascal fatigue? Because I got to tell you, he's not a leading actor. Like, this dude is not a movie star. I'm sorry. I think people are getting kind of sick of him. You would think his name alone, if he was so big and desired by the public, his name alone should have done enough to get this movie closer to a profit, because this movie was actually made really cheap. This movie was made on a $35 million budget. They should be doing just fine, but it's not looking like that. The projections for this movie were a $5 million opening weekend. It made $4.25 million. And keep in mind, they only get half of that money. That's why a movie needs to make so much when it gets a budget. Oh, yeah, it only cost $300 million to make, and it made $300 million. No. It made $150 million. See, they like to leave those details out. They leave out marketing, all kinds of shit. This movie's flopping. And the budget is so small because it's an A24 movie, and they're usually really good on budgets. Got to give it to A24 for their budget management. And usually they've put out some good movies before. This won't be one of them. This is a dumb idea to explore. Most people don't. The last thing they want to think about right now are the COVID times. So, yeah, it's flopping, which is surprising. Eddington, 2,111 theaters. Friday, 1.8. Saturday, 1.3. Sunday, 1 million. 3-day, 4.25. Now, what will it make worldwide? I don't know. How many are theaters outside of America very interested in American politics in an American small town during the coof? We'll find out. Jurassic World's going to make I think that movie's going to make $1 billion. It's cruising right now. I Know What You Did Last Summer flopped. I'm kind of shocked by that. Usually these cheaper horror movies do really well. Maybe they should have saved this one towards the end of summer. But that I thought would do a lot better. Smurfs flopped. All of the new movies that came out this week did poorly. Superman, Jurassic World, they both ate up the box office. Completely crunched it. Eddington, though, that was a fun one to see. 28 years later is not doing that well either. Look, it hasn't even cracked $100 million in the American box office, in the North American box office. I thought that movie was all right. I thought it would do a lot better. Kind of a surprise, but Superman's holding had a pretty good drop, and what I mean by that is it's not like 60%. I think the drop for Superman was 52%. Kind of putting it around the Batman, which fell 50%. Do they have it? Yeah, they're just saying Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 eased at 56. And it got 65.2 million its second week. And on the high side, Superman will stand at 232.7 million by Sunday, end of day. That's all domestic. The worldwide numbers aren't in that. That's the domestic run. And I won't have international numbers probably till later today. But yeah, Pedro Pascal, not doing very good this weekend. Got a C+, which is the same grade as the director's Midsommar movie. It's getting a 39% on post-track. Esther loves being divisive. This opening per A24, 4.25 million after a first day of previews of 1.88 million. Midsommar, a genre movie, posted a 3-day of 6.5 million and went on in what was a 10.9 5-day start. Oh, they're just comparing this to his other movies. Oh, here's the turnouts. This is interesting. So, men over 25, 46%. Women over 25, 27%. Men under 25, 15%. And women under 25, 11%. 18 through 34 turnout is 60%. Who loves this movie? Per post-track, 13 through 17-year-olds, 2% turnout and 80% grade. And 35 through 44-year-olds, 44% showed up, 79% positive grade. Diversity demos are 61% Caucasian, 18% Latino, and Hispanic, 8% Black, and 8% Asian. So that's where we're at. An interesting box office this weekend. Is Pedro Pascal Fatigue real, or is it the politics that ruined this movie, or is it both? I think there's a combination of both there. I also find it really funny that women aren't showing up for Pedro Pascal because they're trying to pass this guy up as the sexiest man alive right now. Women over 25, that's only 27% of this movie. Women under 21, only 11% of the turnout. Mostly men. Anyway, Superman, probably going to break even. And Pedro Pascal taking a hit before he goes into his next movie, Fantastic Four, which there's going to be a lot to talk about with that movie. All eyes are on the Fantastic Four. So, if you would, please subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, comment. What do you think the reasons are for this movie flopping? Let me know, throw a like up. And before you go, check out my comic book campaign. We are ending this week on Saturday. So if you want to get cover A, B, or C, those are exclusive to the campaign. So make sure you check those out. Also, cover D is only $17. It's an awesome book. You're going to love it. They're printed, by the way. I'll be flying down to sign those very soon. The ones that are going into the CGC slabs, I got to go sign them. So I'll be going down to Ripa's warehouse to take care of those. Check it out. Campaign is ending soon. You're not going to want to miss this one. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.